If you're watching this, you've probably heard the term superpower. This is used to describe countries like the US and USSR. And people have often said that the US is the only superpower. That's now changed. China is the second superpower. But I would argue before that, and this is from looking at World War One, there should be another term used. I use a different term. Great powers. And what does that mean? Well, it's not like a superpower, but it's less powerful. So, in World War One, there were several great powers. On the Allies, you got Central Powers, you got the Germans and Austria-Hungary. They are great powers. They are very powerful nations. And on the Entente, you've got three great powers: Russia, France, United Kingdom. All of those three are great powers. So you got two great powers versus three great powers. And what in the war, as we all know, Germany knocked out Russia, then it became two great powers versus two great powers. But America entered the war. So then Germany had put in so much effort knocking out one great power, only for another great power to join, which practically spelled the doom for the war, because if you view it by great powers, you can understand what I'm saying. Because great power war can be symmetrical. Plain and simple. So now if you look at modern politics, what is Russia? Is Russia a superpower? Is it not? Well, I'd argue that Russia is a great power, which means they're like a superpower but less powerful and stuff. And yes. So America and China are a superpower, Russia's a great power. Now, is there any other great powers in the world? Well, in order to be a great power, you must have a good military and stuff. So I'd argue that Iran could be a great power. And India? Yes. So Iran and India are great powers, in my personal opinions, which means that they're three great powers in this world. And there are two superpowers. Now, a superpower versus a great power would be like Russia which is a great power, versus Ukraine, which I don't know how to term. Let's just call Ukraine a standard nation. Now, Ukraine has a very good military, and Russia's got a very good military. But the problem is that Russia could overwhelm Ukraine, but they haven't. Why haven't they overwhelmed Ukraine? Because they're doing this like a colonial war. They aren't sending in conscripts, it's only volunteers. So that's how I view things. That is all.